There is this idea that says that we don't really have a self, but that we are rather a collection of our habits, personality traits, and the stories we tell us over and over again to make sense of the world and what happens to us and how we fit into that. This is a conclusion that follows the idea that thoughts and ideas arise by themselves, without us having consciously deciding what kind of thoughts arise, and that we are thinking without knowing that we are thinking. At every given moment we are thinking something, and that at some point there is this thought that just appears. I'm hungry, I want to eat something, I want to get some fresh air, I want to sleep, I want to watch a movie. It seems and it feels like we, me, you, always wanted this and planned for it. But in actual fact, the thought arose by itself. It's not being aware that we are thinking and that these thoughts arise by themselves, but rather identifying ourselves with our thoughts. You see, this is why it's so important to think in systems. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Peter, and on our journey to live better, more meaningful lives through good habits and systems, you see, there's the place, decreasing suffering, it's important to identify a system and to design one that helps us achieve this goal. Thinking in systems. Well, the opposite would be to think in parts. The opposite of a system is all its parts. And all around us, there are many complicated systems we can marvel at. For example, the railway system. I'm here today around Melbourne Central Station, and it's just amazing how a rail system works. Thinking of all its parts, how complicated is it to build it up. There is a factory for all of its parts, starting from the iron ore to the cables to a factory that makes wheels and assembles the train. That's all complicated, but it all comes together into the system which we enjoy, not for the sake of its part, but for what it does for us. It brings us somewhere. We enjoy the ride, the travel to our destination, rather than marveling all the time at the part. And it's the same in regards to our lives oftentimes, because our lives are also composed of those many different parts, oftentimes disrupted by our thoughts that just arise by themselves and take our attention away. Well, imagine it would be the same with the train parts, that the part suddenly thinks something, decides to do something else, and then off goes the train. As thoughts oftentimes arise by themselves, we can well spend our whole life doing something, a part, that just came to mind without being aligned to anything broader, to anything else. Some examples could be eating something just because we saw it, having a nap because we just feel like it, watching a movie just because we saw the TV. Our mind oftentimes tricks us into thinking in parts and details rather than systems and long-term goals. Being aware of that and designing a system that contains all parts of our lives, aligning our core values and goals in life into a designed intentional system is an important task. This system focuses us relentlessly to what matters most and what matters most now. And it helps us disregard what does not matter right now. It helps us aim for the long-term goals we actually want to achieve rather than the short-time ones. So we can ride our lives on a well-designed and well-oiled machine rather than concerning ourselves all the time with its parts. That's system thinking, and why it's important to live better, more meaningful lives through good habits and systems, decreasing suffering. Thanks for watching. Hope this video was helpful. If so, check out this video here. Hopefully it's also helping you on this journey designing a life's system. Otherwise, enjoy the day from a sunny Melbourne winter day. See you. Bye.